Retain gang, what's poppin', man? This your boy Tay, back at y'all again. Hey man, before I start this video, I just want to say that I'm proud of you guys. Whoever's watching this video, you know, the fact that you get up every single day, and despite the way you feel, despite what's going on in your life, you still strive to become a better version of yourself. You still stick with whatever you got going on in your life. As far as self-improvement, whether it's your spiritual journey, your retention journey, the fact that you get up every single day and you still walk your path and you still try to become your best version, I just want to say I'm proud of you because I can relate. And I know it's not an easy journey. It's not an easy life to get up every single day and try to be better. You know, a lot of people can't do this. A lot of people don't do this. They wake up and they take life as it is. They let life live them instead of getting up and taking control of their life. So I just want to say, man, I commend every single person who's watching this video that just gets up and tries to be better each and every day, right? So I just want to say that. And to get into this video, I made a video last time about how you have to stop and show gratitude and appreciation for where you're at. Living in the present moment, right? But now on the flip side of that coin, today we're going to talk about the mindset you got to have when it's time to put that work in, right? We was appreciating where we at in the last video, but on this video, when it's time to grind and put that work in, are we putting in work? And it's a certain mindset that you got to have to be able to live that type of lifestyle. You know, we all heard of the Kobe mentality, right? And I feel like a lot of people hear that word, Kobe mentality, but they don't actually know what that means, right? They just see film of Kobe, you know, going out there and going crazy on the court. And they just think, oh, that's him. That's his abilities or whatever. But you don't understand that the Kobe mentality is an energy that's inside of you. No matter what you're doing in life, whether it's music, whether it's your business, your job, your spiritual journey, your retention journey, whatever you're doing in life, it's a certain energy that you got to have. See, people don't see what happens behind the scenes. People don't see Kobe putting in 1,000 shots at practice, practicing 3 times a day. People don't see that side of the journey. They just see the results. And people don't understand that in order for you to be great, you have to push yourself past your limits. You got to push yourself past your limits. Right? This ain't for everybody. But everybody has the ability to do it. But it's not for everybody because everybody can't withstand the pain, the pressure, the consistency that it takes. You know, you're on your spiritual journey and things start to get tough for you. You might wake up and your energy is low, or you might be going through something. You might have spiritual attacks and you start getting those feelings of quitting, giving up. See, to push yourself past your limits, that means when it gets hard, when you feel like you can't go anymore, you keep going. You keep going. You go into the unknown. You walk into that darkness. This reminds me when I was running track and, you know, at practice, we'd be running 300 repeats, 300 meter repeats, 40-second pace, you know, and you tired, you gassing, your legs on fire, feel like they about to pop. You feel like you're about to throw up. And when you're walking back to that line and run another one, you know, that's when those thoughts creep in, right? and you trying to figure out, how you gonna get through this last one. How are you gonna be able to have the energy to run this next one? And it's in those moments where you start to remember why you do this. You start to remember your goals, where you're trying to go. I want to be national champion. I want to be world champion. I want to run in the Olympics. I want to break my personal best. It's in those moments where you remember why you do this. And all of a sudden you get that second win. Every athlete know what I'm talking about. That second win is when all of a sudden you get like this new breath of fresh air. You get this energy out of nowhere that lets you be able to do what you need to get done. And it's in those moments is where you push yourself past your limits, where you're able to tap into that unknown power. But you can't do that unless every single day you hitting it hard. You hitting it hard. When you feel like you want to quit, when you're in pain, you keep going, you keep trotting. You don't stop. You might have to sit down sometimes and remind yourself why you're doing this. Right? If y'all watch anime and you always see the main character getting beat down by the villain, Jiren and Goku is a great example of this. You'll see Goku fighting Jiren, and when he has nothing left, when it seems like he's defeated, all of a sudden he unlocks this new level. He starts to remember why he does this. All the people that's counting on him. Then all of a sudden you see him go to a new level. Ultra Instinct. But you can't get to that next level until you push yourself past your limits. See, that's a result of pushing yourself past your limits. When nobody's looking, you working hard on yourself. You staying true to your morals, your principles. You staying true to your daily habits. Some days you might want to eat bad, but you remember why you do this. So you stick to your meal plan. Days where you don't feel like meditating or you don't feel like doing your inner work, but you remember why you do this. You don't feel like going to work. You don't feel like working on your business, but you remember why you do this and where you're trying to go. So now you go twice as hard now. See, me, I don't like weakness. Weakness makes me sick. So when I feel like I'm getting weak, that's when I go harder. Because all my life, I've always told myself that no matter what happens, I'm going to go hard. I'm not going to be weak. I'm not going to let myself be weak. Because I don't like the results of letting myself be weak. That carries over to the next day and the next day. And next thing you know, you done fell backwards. You got to get that energy. You got to pull that energy out of yourself to unlock new levels of yourself. Work hard, play hard. We used to say practice was hard. The track meets are easy. But practice is hard. Practice is where you get all the insecurities out. Practice is where you iron out all the kinks. You strengthen those weaknesses. You figure out who you are. You make the mistakes. You're building yourself up. So now when it's time for you to perform, there's nothing new to you. You've been through everything. You faced yourself. You put the work in. So now it's just clockwork. It's easy. It's easy breezy. And that's how it was for me. That's how it was for a lot of people. That's how it was for my teammates. But you got to put the behind the scenes work in. Even with your shadow work. Doing your shadow work behind closed doors. If you're not doing your shadow work, it's going to show. It's going to show in public. It's going to show when you're around people. Because what you do in the dark comes to light. You can't hide your energy anymore. You can't hide it. So what you got to do now is you got to harness your energy. You got to find yourself. And you got to go for what you want. It's a spiritual war out here. So you're not going to feel good every day. You're not going to feel like getting up every single day. You're not going to be motivated every day. But that's an inner battle. Right? Life is easy. Life is easy. What makes life so hard is this world right here. inside of you. That's what makes life hard or easy. You have days where you're feeling good and life is just like that. And then you have days where your energy is low and everything just feels harder, heavier. That's an internal battle. That's not out here. Nothing's changed out here. Everything's internal. Everything's a reflection of you. So your biggest, toughest battle in life is always going to be yourself. This is why you got to push yourself past your limits so that you learn how to handle those situations. You learn how to handle yourself. And when it gets hard, you put in so much work that you can override that weak energy, that low vibrational energy, and pull out that next level energy. Unlock that new untapped potential inside of yourself. I know it gets tough. I get like that too. Some days I don't feel like going. Some days, you know, I feel like, am I doing the right thing? What could I be doing better? Did I work as hard as I should have today? But then I remember, as long as I'm trying my best, man, as long as I know that I'm going as hard as I can, then that's all I can do. But every single day, I make sure I get up and I'm refining myself. And I'm getting myself ready to put that work in again and again and again and again and again. That's what the Kobe mentality is. So I just want to let y'all know, man, y'all not alone. You know, I can relate. I go through the same thing. I go through this inner battle myself. But as long as you keep going, you keep walking, right? And you keep that mindset. You find that mindset, that Kobe mentality, you're going to be all right. Retain Gang, this your boy Tay. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe. Let me know in the comment section what y'all thought about this video or what y'all would like me to talk about next. Y'all have a beautiful day, man, and I'm out.